Now, the next sales concept I want to talk about is one of the most common mistakes I see entrepreneurs make. So fundamentally, they don't have an issue with how they're selling it or what they're selling, but actually it's when they're selling it. Because the right offer at the wrong time is still the wrong offer. And so this is why sales timing is so important. So let me explain on this a bit more. You want to make sure that we sell at the point of greatest deprivation, not the point of greatest value. And so this is one of the big mistakes that people make when they're trying to sell stuff, is they actually sell at the wrong time. And so I'll give you an example. And so if I wanted to sell 2 steaks, what I would do is say, hey, sir, how's it going? You say, great. I'm like, how hungry are you? You're like, dude, I'm fucking starving. And I'm like, guy like you, you're gonna need 2 steaks. That's when you sell 2 steaks. Where people get confused is they're like, hey, people got a lot of value. When once you've created the value, you create deprivation around the next thing. And so the motivation for any person to take action on anything is the amount of lack they have. Deprivation, you're incredibly motivated to sleep when you're exhausted. You're incredibly motivated to eat when you're starving. Incredibly motivated to fuck when you're having, right? And so the idea is we want to extend, that's why in a pitch, it's all about the pain. It's like, how can we agitate the pain? How can we extend where they are to where they want to be and make this gap bigger and bigger and bigger? For us in a monetary world, which is what you sell in, the gap isn't physiological, it's perceived. And so we have to build up the perception of deprivation. And if any of this is like, sounds like too complex, just stop me. And then when you feel poor, you get motivated to get richer. If you're the richest person in all the people that you know, you have no motivation because you're the richest man in, not Babylon, but the poor part of Babylon, the hood of Babylon, right? Do you know what I mean there?
Yeah.
The next sales concept I want to talk about is how do you sell without giving away all your secrets, right? A lot of people are afraid when they make content, well, what if I give away all the secrets? Like, no one will have anything to buy from me, which is the exact opposite, because 99% of people are never going to buy from you, but they will judge you based on the quality of your free content. And so the idea is like, give away all the information and then sell the implementation. So many of you guys sell information, education, media related stuff. Where people make mistakes where they're like, how much do I teach versus how much do I pitch, right? The issue is not understanding what kind of information you should teach at each stage. And so there's 2 types of education. There's declarative knowledge and there's procedural knowledge. I didn't invent this. It's just education system in the last 100 years, but people just don't talk about it. So declarative knowledge is knowledge about something. This is what you use to sell. Procedural knowledge is about how to do something. This is what you sell. If you use this to try and sell stuff, people will walk away with a shitload of to-dos and they're like, I'm good. What you want to talk about is all the things about how it works, about the outcomes, about what is possible. Teach how it works conceptually, not, so if I say, I'll give you an example. Hey, you have a business, you're doing $2 million a year. If you go from $2 million to $5 million, you cross over the institutional threshold. At that point, your multiple goes from 3 to 7.